In today's digital on-demand world, who doesn't love having to plan a trip to the post office to mail a package or find those pesky stamps that keep going up in price? A price hike and increasing debt suggest hardly anyone loves or uses the service these days. In fiscal 2018, the Postal Service lost a record $3.9 billion, but don't you worry, that will look like a pittance next to what is projected to happen in 2019. The second quarter results are in, and the USPS lost more than $2 billion in that quarter alone. Add in the first quarter loss of 1.5, and you've got 3.6 billion lost in just 6 months. Given the first 2 quarters of results, the USPS is on pace to be in the red by a whopping $7 billion this year. Naturally, these huge losses had me curious. Have my fellow Americans begun to ditch the Postal Service in record numbers, or was something else at play? It turns out, something else indeed is at play. So what gives? As it turns out, even the expected annual revenue gain of $1.7 billion from a 5% increase in stamps and a 2.5% increase in other services can't keep pace with unsustainable healthcare benefits being paid out to retirees. Overall, the USPS is saddled with over $100 billion in unfunded liabilities its governmental agency status requires us all to pay. So how does one change this drain on the American taxpayer? If you're Bernie Sanders and AOC, the answer is to expand into banking and credit cards. Meanwhile, some conservatives and economists are suggesting that privatizing ownership of the Postal Service would free it from government obligations. Chris Edwards of the Cato Institute notes privatization could allow the Postal Service to raise $40 billion in capital that it can't get at now. Wouldn't it be nice to not even have more unfunded liabilities to eat as an American taxpayer? I'm Andrew Coppins, this has been By the Numbers, and you can follow me on all the things social at The Coppins Show.